Hello everyone, it's Amy and welcome back to my channel. So I thought that I would give you a walkthrough of getting my table all cleaned up. I got it all done except for the top of that little stand right there. I need to go through that yet, but I have been through every bowl, every container that holds a bunch of stuff and put everything back where it belonged. I put the beads where the beads belong and the ribbon where the ribbon belongs, and anything that I wasn't specifically keeping out for a reason, I think I emptied like 6 or 8 containers that were just, oh, I'm not using this one, so I'll just put it in this container like this right here. So beads and buttons and lace and just all sorts of things, zipper parts. It didn't matter. If I was done, I would just put it in containers. So they are all emptied and put away where they belong. So some of it went in here. I think I had 3 different stitching boxes on my table that I could take to the other room to stitch with, and so those are down into just this one. A lot of stuff has been put away, and then I put a lot of stuff in baggies. Like these are just little tags, fabric tags that I had made, which can go on your little fabric stitching projects. But like this right here, this is folded in half, and I want to do some embroidery on there and stitching and turn that into a journal cover. I have a bunch of these little what do you call them? Permanent, from a long time ago, little permanent rods. So they have this elastic on them, and so that comes off so that you can just wrap it with fabric. I have one that's done. It was really fun, so I left those out because I'm going to want to do some more of those. And then I put a bunch of stuff in baggies. Like I put my Shuffle Puffs and Hexies in baggies. And I have a baggie here with fibers and a baggie with scrap fabric and just all sorts of different things. I kind of separated them. This whole half over here is just all different fabrics, base fabrics mostly. And so now I have just this one thing to take somewhere if I want to. But there's my card rack. So I have a couple dies I left out that I had here on the table that I want to use. I bought it to do cards, and so I want to use them. And so I left them out so I wouldn't forget, but put them there with the cards. And I apologize if it's too shaky. So there's my little moon that I made. It's turned on, and that glows in the dark at night. I have a lot of different things in my art room that glow in the dark. If you come in here after I've been in here, because really they just need light. It doesn't have to be like sunlight. So if you come in here at night after I've just left, there's always something glowing here or there. But in that I rearranged just a little bit and rearranged my threads a little bit and took out most everything. I put a few beads in there that I want to use for a project I'm working on. But I can now get to those little cutout fabrics that I have there. There's my 2 fabric bowls. So I have the little one, which I still have not decided if I want to cover the inside or not. I like seeing that stitching on the inside. Whoops, there goes a bead. But I just haven't decided. I think I am going to cover the inside. And these 4 beads are specifically for a project I want to work on. And then this fabric bowl, this one's almost done, so I'm going to take this one to my chair. I have a little piece of fabric there and one little handmade flower that I want to put a little diamond in the middle of it. And because this is not quite, it's all finished except for right there. So right there, there was a gap, not big enough to put a hexie, but too small to put a hexie, but too big to like just pull it all together. So I am going to put that little piece of fabric in there and put that little flower on it with a little something shiny in the middle to cover up that little spot right there. And then that one will be completely done. I was gonna make like a coaster, and so that's what's in the bottom there, but really it doesn't work for a coaster. Like, it's fabric. So, and I apologize about all of the shadows and everything. I don't have all of my lights on. But, and I'm going to put those in there so that I left those out for later. That's what I've done, is I've left some things out. And one thing I wanted to say, like this one, I have done the whole outside and it's done. And I need to do the inside. And I just wanted to kind of show you, because I watch people sometimes, it's hard to do the inside. You know, they're trying to do it while it's on the inside. I just turn mine inside out. And now what I need to work on is on the outside. And then when I'm all done, I will just put it back the way it goes, because I really do like my outside on this one. And I will not probably embellish my inside the same. But I don't want to stitch all of my little bits of fabric on the inside if it's really hard to do. I find it easier to sew and stitch when my fabric is on the outside. But like things like flowers and the tassel and that kind of thing, I'm not going to put those on the inside. So I'll turn it back this way when I'm done. But for now, I will turn it the other way to stitch on it. So I just thought I would kind of give you that hint that for me, that works easier. So those are going to go to my chair for some evening projects. And then I did leave out my my pins and needles, and then I now can get to these. There are those two things there that could be need to be moved, but it's not like a whole pile of stuff stacked up there. So, but these are just little binders, and not sure what they were from, but I just went ahead and I made some dividers for each of them. And like this one is for birds. I've got butterflies and stamps and all sorts of things. But I took my plastic dividers, and what I did was I would just cut in, what would you call it? Like a pocket, and then sew the bottom of what's above it, and then cut another pocket. And so I've got like 3 or 4 pockets on this one. So just cut it and then sew the bottom of what's above it, and then cut wherever you want it and sew what's above it. So yeah, and then I just put my birds in here so that when I want to do collage or something like that, when I'm working on some kind of a paper project, junk journals or whatever, I have my things here that I can go through. And like, see, here's one. You can see it's cut here and it's stitched right there, and then it's cut right there. And actually I did figure out it's easier to like cut this down just a little bit so that you have a place to kind of grab a hold of it versus leaving it right straight where you cut it. Put a little punch in it or something, just like we do for other pockets. But that helps us get a hold of it better. Now I did find that really doing 4 pockets on this small of that's like a half a sheet of paper. 4 pockets is almost too small. Stuff likes to fall out. The 2 pockets, like just doing it 2 pockets or 3 pockets is much better. But I had the 4 pocket ones, so I do use them. But it's just the 2s and 3s are hold it better. But you can do that for your ephemera. If I can get a hold of this. Sorry if this is too shaky, but I do enjoy the fact that now I can get to, whoops, I can get to that easily. So I have just a paper here that I brought out. I did throw my drop cloth away, and or you know, my drop paper that I had here. You know, I do keep them sometimes, or sometimes I punch stuff out of the really cool parts or cut out the really cool parts. But you know, this time I was cleaning up and I didn't have time to do that, so it's okay to not keep every little thing. So in this side over here, I have stitching projects there, and on the bottom, so I have some papers and some books. And then I just hang things. Like I saw a cat like that at a secondhand store, so I came home and made one. He's way too big for me, so I want to make some smaller ones, but he's there until I do. So I really like this wrapped cording that I had done with t-shirt cords and then the wrapping method. And so I leave that out so that I don't forget, because sometimes I need a drawstring or something. That works really good for that. So this whole area was piled with stuff. So that's all been cleaned out. I do have my little Otts jar, and I did leave my pretty lights there. This Ott light, and it is completely covered with paint because I used to do a lot of jelly printing, and that's pretty much where it comes from. And um, and that doesn't come off, and that's totally fine with me. I'm glad that it's kind of colored. But every one of these little compartments, everyone was emptied. And then a lot of the stuff that was in there was put back because it's stuff I use all the time. So it's okay if it's there. It's okay if it doesn't look totally pretty, but there were things that needed to be put away. And now I know that what's there is what I want to have there. I did not go through my pens because those are just my pens, or really they're markers. That's where my colored markers are, and some paint brushes. I did go through my whole little table here, cleaned the whole thing off. Even that little dish that's there, took everything off the dish, got rid of some stuff, put some stuff away, and just put there what I wanted to have there. So, and then I even a little bit went through my little turny thing here and straightened that up a little bit. So this is my table all cleaned off. I'm very happy with how it turned out. And like I said, it took me 2 days. So, you know, it's not a fast thing, but I only do it a couple times a year. So, I mean, I clean up every so often, but I only really do a deep clean a couple times a year. I'm going to put my box back up here on the table and just kind of go through the things that I set aside, because remember I told you I didn't do any crafting, but I did set a few things aside. So this is an envelope book, like from a grandparent to a grandchild. I'm not a writer, so it's not something that I would want to do, but I like the layout of this with like little envelopes in it. To me, they're kind of backwards. I would like this part on the front, but I'm going to make one of these, like, just because I want to make some kind of journal. I will make this kind. I just want to. I like the way it's set up. I have pulled out my private thoughts journal because I really want to put my birds. So I've got my stamp here for the branch, and I want to put these birds in that journal because I really think they're cute, and they just keep, you know, moving around my art table, but they're doing that because I don't want to put them away. I really want to put them in my journal, so I'm going to do that. So these are stickers that I made on the channel here, and there's just a whole bunch of them that I have here, and I haven't decided yet where I'm going to put them. So, but this is just like scrap monsters and little Bubby dolls and just all sorts of stickers. And like I said, I need to do something with them, but I have to figure out what. So I left them out because they're kind of important to me. And I think that I will want to put 1 or 2 of those in my private thoughts journal. So I have a note here on things that I want to do. And I want to show you how to do the 3 threads to make yourself like a corrugated kind of, it's not corrugated, variegated kind of thread. And it's not variegated, but it gives you that look of different colors at the same time. And so I just want to, somebody asked about that, and so I'm going to show you how to do that. I left that out because I'm going to need that for something I'm doing with the hole punch. These ones I pulled off of my little table over there. These are just little bits of tissue. And this tissue has been, when I was doing alcohol inks, this is what I used to kind of soak things up. And I love the color on these and the looks of them. And so I am going to put these onto either a piece of tissue paper or a piece of regular 8x11 copy paper, because I don't want to lose them. And they're just, you know, very delicate. So I am going to actually attach them to something else to make them a little bit more sturdy. I left out my little pad, one of the pads of paper, because I want to show you something to do with a 1 6x6 paper. And then I have this pumpkin that I have never finished, but this is, I used my little not punch needle, but the felting needle. And I felted some regular yarn. It's not wool yarn, but it still felts. And so he needs a nose and some eyes. And then I put a pin back on him. So I left out my cards. I want to do some little faux stamps that'll go along with my little journal thing that I want to make. So I left that out because I love to use these little rolls of whatever they are, till rolls, I guess they call them. But I want to use those. And I thought I would show you these. These are really kind of cute. This was actually, it's a couple decks of cards. But what I did was I cut the cards in half and then rounded the corners so that I could make little tiny decoupage on the back. And make, you know, just use them. I could put regular paper on this side for little tiny journaling cards or whatever. Or use them for decoupage. But also I thought, you know, one of these days I might just make myself a tiny deck of cards. Because you actually could still play with them. This is the 3 of clubs. There's none of them that you can't tell what they're supposed to be. So it wouldn't be like a regular deck of cards, but you actually could have a little tiny deck of cards that you could use. And I thought, well, that might even just be kind of fun to do. Like to play with my grandson or something with a tiny deck of cards. Or match game. Like, so you match them, you know, get one side of the 9 of hearts and then the other side of the 9 of hearts. I just thought that that might be kind of fun. So I thought I would show you. Here's one that I already put a little bit of collage on. And so yeah, I just thought that I wanted to show you that. I was playing with these a long time ago and then they got set aside. And I want to do them again. So that is pretty much what I'm going to be up to in the recent future. And so now I have to actually get a color collage done for our eye for this week. So because I haven't got to that yet either. So it's Sunday afternoon and it took me all day Saturday and quite a bit of time today to get through this, but it's done and it feels really good. So I will see you on Tuesday for the 52 card stick up. We are on our second week of eye. So thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed seeing my cleanup. It really did do me. I thought that I would start last weekend after I videoed, and then I thought I would do a little bit every night after work, and I did not. So actually doing my table walk of shame really did like get me moving to get it done this weekend so I could videotape it for you. So thank you very much for stopping by. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that you all have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.